Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for this next installment of the Northwest Chamber of Commerce Member Interview Series. My name is Emily Winters. I'm the Executive Director here at the Chamber, and joining us today is our friend Johany Castrillon of the Green Turtle. Johany has been a great friend and partner to the Chamber, hosting many great events with a wonderful staff. So Johany, we're so glad to have you here today.
I'm happy to be here with you, everyone here today.
Well, we will jump right on into our questions to get to know Johany a little more personally and professionally here today. So what is it that first got you into the world of restaurant management?
So going through college and being a broke college student like everyone is when we go to college, I wanted to make money there, then fast, and I wanted cash. So I had a friend of mine say, hey, listen, I know a serving job that can make you some money, that can put cash money in your pocket, and it's not late or anything. I'm like, okay. So I ended up starting off working for Red Lobster as a server in 2009.
That's a great way to get started.
And slowly but surely moved up through it. So.
And it's probably nice too, because you see like starting to do that and then evolving into your position, you know the ins and outs of how a restaurant works and what it takes to manage it.
I think it does definitely help from a server to a cook. You know, the ins and outs, like you said, is very important because everybody only sees the servers and the food. But it's also important to sometimes even recognize the people that don't get that recognition normally.
Absolutely. Well, you're always very personable and very fun every time we come up there. So I have to know, what is it that you love most about your field?
I love how it's different adventures every day. It's not the same thing every single day. It's not the same. It might be the same people, but it's always different stories, you know, from just when I walk in and I get a call that there's a party of 40 that's going to come off at 11:30. Or, hey, we're meeting this, and the reaction that people get when they say, yeah, we can do it for you. They're like, really? It's just always unpredictable.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
I could sit at a computer all day, but that's also not my style. I like the challenge of something new and different every single day.
I love that. Well, you're very good at that. You're very innovative in bringing new events there, and I'm sure that helps keep it really fun.
Absolutely. Change is good sometimes.
So has there been a favorite moment during your career?
So I would say the restaurant career industry, my biggest achievement, which is also my favorite moment, is actually getting the opportunity to become a general manager of a restaurant. I've worked from the bottom up, from a server to a bartender to a cook to the shift leader programs to an assistant manager. And then it's always kind of been dangled in front, but never reaches. So actually reaching that point in my career was actually a big achievement in my part.
Yeah, of course. I love that. We love having you there as the general manager. A great partner for us as always. Now, has there been any interesting or memorable experiences? I'm sure, like you said, it's different every day, but I'm sure there are customers that come in or cool, like people who have come in, anything like that?
So I've worked in the business, like I said, for a while now, and I've actually gotten to meet a lot of celebrities along the way.
Okay.
Starting from Flavor Flav. I met him when he had his clock around his neck and walking into a restaurant I worked at.
You know what time it is.
Exactly.
I love that.
I also got to meet Q from Impractical Jokers, which is also like, those are fun. And then I'm originally from Jersey, and I met Angelina from the Jersey Shore with Vinny there as well.
I love that. I love Vinny. So that's a great one.
So I've gotten to meet a lot of different people, you know. It's not always that great, you know, seen some very not great things, but those are just nice to see them kind of be the real person that they are, that they want to come out just to enjoy their evening, not get this attention when they go out every time.
I'm sure, definitely. And you can provide that experience and let them feel like a normal person for a night.
Exactly. I mean, we've had Ravens players here,
Yeah,
coaches.
I love that. I never thought about that, but yes, you probably see a lot of famous people coming in and out sometimes. Okay, so you lead a whole team, and we've met your team. You have a great team with you. Is there a word or a phrase that you live or work by, or just like a motivational phrase that you share on occasion?
So a lot of the times I make sure that my staff realizes it's never personal, it's just business.
Yeah.
We're running a business here, and it's like, it's a job. Could be a part-time, it could be a stepping stone for someone, but it's meant to help you to whatever opportunities you decide to take in your next step.
Yeah.
So I always kind of clear that up with my staff. Hey, like, this isn't personal, but it's a business that I have to run. And then me in general, to motivate my staff, I always make sure to work harder than them. I always make sure if something just in general has to get clean, I'm going to clean probably a lot. I'm going to make sure mine's the best out of it all and be like, hey, this is why, like, if they see me running around, I want them to kind of get enthusiastic and be like, you know what, I'm going to work hard because my GM's working hard.
Yeah. And you're a great example of that. I mean, I know when we've had 40 plus people there for lunch, I'm like, where's Johany? And you're literally running the show behind the scenes. I mean, you are so hardworking there, and what a great example, to lead for your team. I think that's great. That's great. So how about noises or sounds? Is there anything you like to work to or decompress to on your way home from work? I know you have a commute.
So driving an hour home, I like to catch up on just like some old school 2000s hip hop R&B, kind of something that just lets me laugh out loud, kind of something that would just let me jam out on my way home. I don't care who's watching me dance in the car. I do drive an hour to work, and 695, we all know how traffic gets there. So I have plenty of songs to choose from, plenty of like people that look at me and goes, what is he doing? And I really don't, like, I'm just having a good time by myself. That's my party.
Yeah, I love that. You're hyping yourself up for work, and then you're decompressing on the way home. Hey, when you have a commute, that's what you got to do. I get that.
Exactly. So, I mean, like I said, I definitely get a lot of stares. I will say that.
Well, I would love to hear this 2000s hip hop and R&B soundtrack, because I bet it's a great playlist. I'm sure it's good.
Yes.
Okay, so obviously you've been in this field for a while. You've started out at the beginning and worked your way up the ladder. Is there a profession other than your own that you would have liked to attempt it, or would still like to attempt at some point in your life?
So this one's going to be completely something that I've tried once when I was way younger in high school.
Okay.
And I wish I kind of would have stuck with it at the time. I wanted to be a welder.
Okay. I love that.
It's something with like I know it's going to sound maybe wrong, but having that control of the wand as sparks are flying, kind of like that. And
Yeah.
different creations, different technology that was coming along the way. I kind of wish I would have stuck with that a little bit, with all like digital, like coding, like they put on a machine and they just weld it all out for you. So that's something that I kind of wish I would have stuck with, but I do love my job where I am now, but I might get into it if I find it as a side hobby.
Yeah. That's great. I didn't know that about you, but that's a very unique hobby to have, and just to be like a maker and be able to do something like that. I think that's really cool. Like that.
Exactly.
Okay, now of course, because you've gone, through all the hoops and ladders and everything you've done in the industry, is there a business lesson that young college student Johany would have liked to learn prior to starting his career?
So I like to make sure everyone, when they dine in, is happy and has the best possible experience. And if there is any kind of issues, that I've done everything possible to make that person happy. And if they still leave upset, that kind of still bothers me in general. So I guess my life lesson would be, you're not always going to you're not going to please everyone. You're not going to make everyone happy. all you can do is just try your best and put everything you've learned to it to try your best. But you can't always please everybody 100%.
Yeah. Okay.
I like pleasing. Like that's why I love this industry. The laughter you hear when people are here, the energy, the vibe.
Yeah, it sets the tone for the whole night. It gets the staff in a good mood. And I think that's a huge part of it, especially today. You know, customer service is such a huge part of the experience. And you deliver on that all the time. So I think that's a great lesson to share with your team and with everyone you come in contact with.
Exactly. And you just move on to the next one, you know?
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate you taking the time and letting us get to know you a little bit better today. For those of you who don't know, the Green Turtle has a wonderful party room if you're ever looking to host an event. And I will let Johany tell you about the new event they have featured at the Green Turtle.
So we are starting karaoke right here on Wednesday nights. Today's actually the first night. So I'm very excited for that to kind of see how that goes and plans out and build on for it. In regards to the party room, we can accommodate 40 to 60 people very comfortably in there. And as the weather is getting nicer, we also have a full outside patio that we can fit up to 100 people. So I'm always willing to work something out with anybody to accommodate that and either use the party room or the patio.
I love that. And for the karaoke, Johany, is that going to be monthly or weekly?
It is going to be monthly right now, just to kind of see the drawback. I also don't want it to play out so quickly. Like if we have it every week, burn it out. I would definitely want to keep building and being able to promote it. And so when people are like, oh yeah, karaoke is this Wednesday, they don't have it every week, we can go.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure every Wednesday after our farmers market, we will be over at your place anyway. So what a treat for us to stumble into a karaoke night. I'm excited.
I'm excited to have it here. And so I can't wait.
Well, thanks, Johany. It's always a pleasure to see you and get to talk to you and all of our friends at the chamber. I hope you will go visit Johany at the Green Turtle soon.
Thank you for having me, Emily. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.